That's what happens over and over and over again. So then it's on the sales rep to make, oh, wait, I'm going to go back to the lead source. Let me input that data and make sure we give Brian the credit, or we, whatever the reason is. It's lead source has been something that's very difficult unless you use a QR code or you have landing pages on your website. It's almost impossible to be really accurate about that. I haven't seen anyone to be really accurate because you can be good, but it's not 100% accurate whenever, and then you don't know how to spend your marketing dollars or where to spend marketing dollars because of the lead source. We hear a lot of yard signs and a lot of truck wraps and a lot of door hangers and things like that and postcards. But how do we know when we haven't figured that out yet in my business.
Yeah, well,
If
I mean,
I
I think part of it is we haven't quite figured it out in Proline yet. I'm wondering, I'm thinking through how I might implement that because I mean, it's going to be in the next couple months. I'm going to be building out our lead source tracking on the contact side. We already have tagging on the project side, but on the contact side, contact/customer side, would it make sense to have? What I'm kind of thinking is that you should have lead source, but then you should also have a referred by field where you can input another contact that referred that contact or that customer. And then in the analytics, both should be tracked because I think if a job comes in, so here's kind of the scenario I'm thinking. If they came through Roof Quote Pro, but they're saying, hey, my neighbor referred me. But what happened is the neighbor referred them, then they went to your website, filled out Roof Quote Pro. You want to know that the lead source was Roof Quote Pro, but you also want to know that that's a secondary sale as a result of whatever lead source was with who they referred them. So I feel like that's something that we should be tracking in our analytics for Proline for Proline users. We should be tracking both. You should be able to see for each lead source what was your primary revenue as a result of these lead sources, and then also your secondary revenue, um, from referrals. What do you think? That's kind of how I'm envisioning it. Is like
Yeah, I
having
would
both,
love
but
that.
they're
I would
separate
love that.
fields.
I think the hard part is consistency with your team. Like it is the last thing on their mind. They're trying to move the needle forward, finding the
Putting
lead
that
source.
inputting that data.
Yeah, inputting the data like from a salesperson who's out there in the field. That's like a really hard thing to get them to do. Even if you're an office person or an admin or anyone, like it is really, really hard to get people to, hey, wait, hold on. I know we're doing a thing. We're moving forward with this roofing process, like whatever it is, we're selling, we're producing, we're getting referrals, we're invoicing, whatever those things are. I know we're doing these things, but hey, can you just remind me? I know you already said Google, but can you remind me of like how we heard about you? Like we asked 2 or 3 times in either form or in person to get people to actually. It's the homeowners. It's the homeowners are the ones that are like, I don't even know. I don't remember how. Maybe I saw, like they don't know. That's why it's so important from a marketing perspective to have like multiple different ways that people see your brand, because
Yeah,
they just don't know.
they
They do.
see
I
it in
mean,
so many
over and over
places.
again, they're like, I don't know. I just Googled it. Like
Yeah,
that's and they probably saw a truck and a yard sign and a door hanger, and their neighbor got the roof done, but they don't care at that point. They just want the roof replaced. That's the hard part. It's because you actually you're getting the homeowner to think about something they don't want to think about already. Can you remember this? This is another question they have to answer. They have a million questions they're answering all day, and that
yeah,
is it's a really, really hard thing to finesse. That's the word, finessing it, like getting it in there and trying to really figure out, like, you know you can set the whole, hey, Brian referred you, do you have anyone else? And you can try to get referrals that way. You can kind of see, like, here's the way. It's the same way to get a Google review.